You're listening to the Digest This podcast, and I'm your host, Bethany Cameron. This bite of knowledge is a mental wellness checkup, and I'm going to be sharing some thoughts that I had the other day, and I still am not perfect. And I want to share exactly what I struggle with in terms of rushing from one place to the next and not enjoying the life that we have been given, because life is so short and you're going to look back and wish that you took time to do the things that really mattered. And I have many regrets in my life about putting work first before certain personal stuff. And I am working towards putting work aside because it's always going to be there. And if you're a type A personality that wants to get everything done in the same day and you're just going from one task to the next and not even enjoying the moment, this episode is definitely for you. All right, you guys, I know omega-3s are something almost every person wants to improve their health and take on the daily. But if you haven't heard, most omega-3 fish oil supplements are rancid because they oxidize prior to even making it to the grocery store shelves or that online store you purchased them from. I actually stopped taking omega-3 fish oil a year ago when I found out its dirty little secret, and I switched to fatty 15, which never oxidizes, providing the benefits of omega-3s plus additional perks fish oil doesn't even provide, including aiding in cellular fragility syndrome, which 1 in 3 Americans have today and not even know it. I've talked about fatty 15 forever on my Instagram, and if you're one of the millions that's already familiar with it but have yet to pull the trigger and try it, now's your chance, because fatty 15 is on a mission to optimize your C15 levels to help support your long-term health and wellness, especially as you age. Right now, you can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/digest and using code DIGEST at checkout. This tiny capsule is also vegan with no fishy burp smell. And if you're not completely satisfied, they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it totally risk-free. Go to fatty15.com/digest to get this amazing offer. I hope you enjoy it just as much as my husband and I do. Poop, constipation, and diarrhea is something that can be a taboo topic, but we all have experienced it in some shape or form. No pun intended. But seriously, the way our poop looks, smells, and the frequency we do it is key to measuring our gut health. But that's not the only way to measure. If you suffer from acne, poor immune system, brain fog, even depression and anxiety, these also are signs and symptoms of poor gut health. In fact, studies are now coming out that our gut microbiome is linked to obesity and type 2 diabetes. Now, the first thought of action for most would be to take a probiotic, and they do help, but with so many on the market and so many conflicting opinions, it's hard to decipher which one is the best and the best for you. I have always been a proponent of Seed's Daily Symbiotic, which is a soil-based probiotic that doesn't need refrigeration and can survive your 98.6 body temperature. Because if you think about it, if a probiotic needs refrigeration, how will it survive once you swallow it? Seed's DSO1 Symbiotic Capsule is a probiotic and prebiotic all in one, which means there's actually a capsule within a capsule, and the contents are released at different times in different areas of your gut for optimal benefits. Not only has every ingredient in Seed's capsule been scientifically tested individually for their safety, dosage, and benefits, the DSO1 special formulation has been evaluated as a whole. So it's something you can trust that's backed by science. So support your gut, skin, brain, and immunity with Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. Just go to seed.com/digest and use code 25digest to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/digest and use code 25digest. Okay, personal struggles. I am going to be a little bit vulnerable, okay? So the other day, I was in the shower. I wasn't even enjoying the shower. I was just trying to rush because I had to go grocery shopping. And then I was going grocery shopping and I was rushing because then I had to get home and I had to do laundry. And then I was doing laundry and I was like, I'm not even enjoying this because now I have to go make lunch and then I have to go and take the dogs for a walk. And then I have to go and record a podcast and then I have to film and then I have to do this. Oh, and let me just tell you this. I was getting a pedicure. Okay. Pedicures are supposed to be enjoyable. I couldn't even enjoy that because I was thinking about, like, I was just sitting in the chair, like, okay, like just hurry up. Like I have other things to get done instead of just taking a breath and enjoying the moment, enjoying that I was getting a pedicure, enjoying that I was taking time to do so. And it's not like I do them all the time. Like this was a very rare occasion that I got a pedicure, right? And I couldn't even enjoy that. And it wasn't like it was an all-day thing. And there's other times where I am taking the dogs for a walk and I'm rushing because I'm like, oh, I have to reply to this email or I have to do this. And once I finish doing one task, I immediately am rushing to the next. I'm not even enjoying taking my dogs for a walk because I'm just thinking about the next task I have to do. And I was folding laundry. Again, this is just my thought process, but I'm folding laundry and I'm just trying to rush. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna start enjoying the chores. I'm gonna enjoy folding laundry. I'm going to enjoy vacuuming my house because it's all in your mindset. My husband has actually taught me this. And when we first got married, he's so sweet and he was vacuuming because I was just stressed out. And I was like, I've got so much on my plate. So he's like, well, why don't I just vacuum? And he did it so smoothly and just, he even looked like he was enjoying it. And I was like, how can you not be like rushing and stressed out? Like I would just be trying to rush and do this and do that and trying to get the dishes done. And he's like, it doesn't make a difference. It's not like, it's all in your mind. And he was like, I'm just going to enjoy vacuuming because what else do I have to do right now? Like if I'm going to vacuum, I'm going to make sure I'm enjoying it. And all that to say is, so I was starting to do laundry and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy the warmth of the clothes coming out of the dryer. And I'm going to enjoy folding the clothes and not just that, being thankful. So I'm just taking it to another level here. Whatever you're doing, thank God for it. Thank God that you have a washer and dryer at your home. If you don't, if you do have a washer and dryer, if you don't, be thankful that you still have money to go to the laundromat. Be thankful you have clothes to wash. A lot of people don't have an excess of clothes. So start thanking God and be grateful for what you have, right? Be grateful you have a place to stay. Be grateful you have a home or an apartment to vacuum. A lot of people don't. Be grateful you have a car if you have a car. Like instead of being like, oh, I gotta like put gas in my car. Oh, I gotta pay for my insurance. Be grateful you have money to pay your insurance. Be grateful you have a car that you're paying insurance for. Like it's all in the way that we think. And when we shift our mindset to be grateful, even in our quote chores, we can enjoy them so much more. When you're washing dishes, guess what? You have dishes to wash. You have people around you to wash dishes. You have people around you that got the dishes dirty, right? I also think about if you're trying to have kids, right? Maybe you're struggling with infertility. You know how many people complain about their kids making marks on the walls? I'm not saying you have a right to complain about a kid drawing on your walls, right? But my whole point is there are so many mothers out there that take that for granted, because guess what? They're going to grow older. Your little kids are going to grow older, and you're going to miss those times. And the women that can't even have kids, that want to have kids, they wish they had that to complain about. They wish they had those little fingerprints on the glass or on the walls, because they can't even have kids, right? They wish they had that problem. So I think my whole point is really be grateful for even the things that we struggle with. I know sometimes I can get frustrated with my husband about just little things. I mean, we don't get in crazy fights, but I'm just like, oh, like you didn't flush the toilet or something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute. What if I lived alone? What if I wasn't married? What if I never found my husband? I would be wishing that I had to clean up after him or something like that. I would want someone to take care of. And I dread the day that my home will be spanking clean. Because when your home is spanking clean all the time, that means no one's visiting. You don't have anyone around. It's just you. There's no one around to make a mess, right? And when my home is just full of dishes and there's people everywhere, and you can look at it from two ways. You can look at it as like, oh my gosh, I've got so much to clean up after this party, or I've got this is just too much. Or you can look at it and like, oh man, I'm so blessed to have people over and to have friends and to have a community. I'm so blessed that I don't have time to do everything, because people want to hang out with me, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that are lonely and they want to have that communion and they want to have that circle. They want to do X, Y, and Z. And a lot of what we complain about is what others wish they had, right? And I mean, I can even take this to another level. If you have feelings of insecurity, maybe you don't like the way that you look. Maybe you don't like your body. Maybe you don't like your skin, or, you don't like the way that the dress fits you, or anything like that. You know what? Be grateful you have a body. You know how many people don't even have arms and legs? You know how many people don't have their eyesight, or their eyesight is going? So be grateful you can see, be grateful you can hear. I know you can hear because you're listening to this podcast. All right. When people are complaining about, oh man, I have this pain in, my foot, right? Or this pain in my left shoulder. Of course, it's very valid to complain. I'm not trying to say, you shouldn't complain about these aches and pains. But there's a lot of people that don't even have these arms and these legs, or they don't have hair. There's a lot of people that I wish I had long hair. I wish I had thick hair, curly hair, or whatever. There's some people that just lost their hair, right? I mean, I can go on and on. I think you get what I'm saying, though. And this is very common, we often complain about our job. I mean, I don't think I've met one person that hasn't complained about their job. But you know how many people are looking for jobs right now? You know how many people are working 3 jobs just to pay rent? So if you're busy with your job and you feel overwhelmed, I am so blessed and so grateful for what God has given me. And I have to remind myself, because I can get overwhelmed with work. And I tell my husband, I'm like, I'm just too busy. But then I take a step back and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be, quote, stressed out because I'm too busy than stressed out because I'm not busy enough. And I'm trying to make the bills, and I'm looking for extra work or extra hours or overtime, right? So think about it. Ask yourself, would you rather be stressed out because you're too busy with work? Or would you rather be stressed out because you don't have enough work? It's all about our mind and shifting that mindset into being grateful. And at the end of the day, things just don't matter like we thought they mattered, My parents are getting to, their older age, and I am trying to make a point to spend time with them before they leave this earth. And I think a lot of people have regrets of their parents passing and wish that they had spent more time with them, wish that they had made that extra flight to go see them. And I don't want to have those regrets. And I'm sharing this because if you do still have your parents around, take some time, give them a call. Like, how many people, or let me rephrase this. How many times do you see your parents in a year? Do you just see them, like if they're far away, do you visit them for Thanksgiving or Christmas? A lot of people do that. It's like once a year, Thanksgiving and or Christmas. Twice a year. How many years do you think your parents have left to live? Maybe 10 years? Let's just say your parents have 10 years left to live and you see them once a year. That means you have 10 more times to see your parents. That's it. And now I'm getting emotional because my parents aren't super far away and I wish I would see them more. And I'm literally like preaching to myself of like, I need to take a step back. And like, guys, I don't even know where this podcast has gone because I went from like enjoying I'm just basically sharing my heart right now of like a multitude of thoughts that are in my mind about doing laundry and visiting my parents and just being grateful for what you have. This is how my mind works. But I think of a lot of things at once. And so you're getting it all in this little tiny bite of knowledge. But I hope that it can encourage you because being grateful, being mindful, and really taking a step back and not rushing into things. Because that is something that I struggle with and I'm trying to work at it, is to not rush from one thing to the next and really prioritize what matters, what really matters in life. So I hope that you think about that today. I hope this was encouraging. And I hope that you are grateful the next time you do laundry and are folding. And if you think of me when you're doing laundry, then I'll take that as a compliment. All right, guys. Well, I hope, again, it was encouraging. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to this episode of Digest This. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review in your podcast app to let us know. If you're ever wondering how you can support me and this podcast, sharing it with your friends and family is the best way. This is a Wellness Loud production produced by Drake Peterson and edited by Mike Fry. To check out more shows by my team, go to wellnessloud.com, and to email the show, message us at digestthispod@gmail.com. See you next time. The content of this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for individual medical and mental health advice and does not constitute a provider-patient relationship. As always, talk to your doctor or health team first.
Are you ready to rock middle age? I'm Dr. Tina Moore, Gen X truth teller and holistic physician. On the Dr. Tina Show, one of Apple Podcast's top alternative health shows, I share what actually works for metabolic health, hormones, and strength, backed by decades of clinical results, not trends. From loving the gym and hitting your protein goals to peptides and microdosing GLP-1s, it's all done the right way, not the hype way. Because menopause doesn't have to suck if you're fit. New episodes every Thursday, produced by Drake Peterson and Wellness Loud.